guys, this is Hongkong Hancats. Welcome to a Warframe video. Today we're looking at Warframe synergy. What we mean by Warframe synergy is that we're trying to find two Warframes whose abilities match each other so well that they can survive high-level survival mission without ever being in danger of dying. In the first example, we're trying to match Saryn up with Nyx. Saryn casts her spores, and then Nyx casts her chaos ability. Spores they spread from enemy to enemy and deal viral damage over time. Meanwhile, Nyx casts her chaos ability, which makes enemies attack each other. This means that enemies are not focused on attacking you, they're attacking each other, and the more they attack each other, the more they spread the spores. In theory, it was a pretty good idea, but in reality, it just doesn't work. Like, the enemies, they're not quick enough, they simply don't die fast enough, so we ran out of life support fairly quickly. So it doesn't really work, but let's try something else then. Alright, we're back again, this time with Saryn again and Equinox. And the idea this time is basically the same as last time. We want Saryn to cast her spores, then run into safety. Meanwhile, Equinox stands in day form and uses his Mend and Maim ability, of course. Yeah, uses that one to create slash procs to all enemies in radius. And guess what? It works, but not really. No, it's the first time you use Maim, yes, enemies they proc and they spread spores to each other, great. But the following procs, they do not count anymore, so they do not spread any more spores, thus making this whole build kind of useless. But we'll keep looking into it, we'll find some other way to do it. Okay, now we're on to something. So, guess what? We brought none other than Hydroid with us. So what's happening here is that Saryn, she casts her spores, and you know, if you hit an enemy afflicted by spores, they're gonna spread spores to more enemies, and it just keeps rolling from there. It's pretty good, but it requires you to hit a lot of enemies really fast all the time. And guess what? Tempest Barrage, which is Hydroid's #1 ability, it creates, how do you say, like, it makes it rain. And the rain, it creates knockdown, which is good CC as well, which makes enemies move, of course, slower, so they have more time to take this damage over time that we want to give to them. And besides being knocked down, they're also spreading spores automatically. It means that Saryn can just stay in safety and then not do anything really. And besides this, we use the Tentacle Swarm if enemies come too close for some more crowd control, so that we keep enemies at bay and they are not even getting close to us anymore. Meanwhile, they're taking all this damage over time. And not just this, if we bring Corroding Barrage, which is a Syndicate mod for Tempest Barrage, which means that enemies now also take 100% corrosive damage, which strips them off their armor, which makes them even weaker. So this whole setup actually does work to some extent. We did find that we had no big problem surviving in survival missions in the early stages. We kill enemies really fast, there's good CC, it actually works. I also brought the Atarax just to keep the entrance clear. As you can see, you just have to do the spinning attack, and the range is so long that it just hits the enemies, and they don't have much armor anyway, because they just got hit by the Tempest Barrage. So yeah, even better. So yeah, I would say this is a pretty alright combination. Hydroid does help spread Saryn's spores, and they do create some good crowd control, which is also great since it's damage over time we're dealing. We tried to bring it into a high-level sortier mission, and again, yeah, it was a defense mission, and it worked. Yeah, it might not be perfect, but I think we're onto something here. All right, so now that we have this build, we're gonna need a name for it. Since we're dealing corrosive damage, it's about raining, and it's about poison. So let's go with the Beijing weather forecast. Alright, that's it for this time. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other suggestions, then let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Have fun everyone, and see you next time.